Okay, good morning everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me just check. Yes, we have output. I'm speaking up a little bit. Somebody told me yesterday that I was a little bit quiet. That might have been on his device, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we're back. We're back again, and you're probably wondering why we're back again. Let me just do this here now. Speaking up a little bit. And just mute that, otherwise we get into trouble. So, what am I doing here? I need to change this because it is the continuing saga of Swift. Okay, now I had a bit of a problem. Okay, I admit that, and I got frustrated, and I just kind of lost it a little bit. And then what I did then was I deleted Swift, deleted it completely off my system, and I installed Xbox to prove a point to myself more than anything, which I did last night and yesterday at some point. And I installed Xbox, and of course Xbox did what it was supposed to do. It connected me to the network, and not only that, I could see aircraft. Anyway, yesterday evening, I went out with my dog. We went to dog agility, so Frank had his exercise and jumping over gates and going through tunnels and everything. And throughout that whole process, I was thinking about Swift and knowing that Swift does work. It does work. It's confusing and it's complex, but it does work. And so I came back home yesterday evening at about, I think I was something like 9:30 in the evening, and decided that I was going to reinstall Swift again, because I know it works. I've had it working and I just needed to sort it out. What I did last night, I used Darren Foe's PDF. Darren has written a PDF of how to install Swift and get it working, and how to do your model matching and everything. Now, anybody could have written this PDF. Darren is the one that did it, and it is so good that I noticed yesterday evening whilst reading Facebook that VATSIM are going to put it on the VATSIM website somewhere, because it is an easy to follow document, easy to follow read. So many congratulations to Darren Foe. Darren Foe is an Xplane dedicated member, and has been for a good couple of years now. And I think Darren was also find the documents. The documents have been written by programmers. They haven't been written by ordinary people, and so they're a little bit confusing. All this by saying that I Swift working. So yeah, the saga continues, and hopefully this time I've got it completely right. So let me just open up Swift. Okay. Now, following Darren's excellent PDF, you just follow it along, you install Swift, and you more or less keep clicking next until you get to the point where you do model matching. Stream keeps dropping out. I'm not quite sure why that is, Ewan. I'm terribly sorry. You'll be able to catch it on YouTube later anyway, because I'm doing it live, so it'll all be on YouTube. His PDF, brilliant. So you follow, you go next until you get to the point where you do model matching. And it's at this point where you do model matching that you have to point Swift to your CSL folder. Okay, so it's picking where the CSL folder is and making sure that that is in the correct place. And once you've done that and create a model set, everything should work fine. Now, I did this last night, and as far as I could see, no problems whatsoever. We're going to try and see if we can find some traffic. So I'm just putting in what aircraft I'm in at the moment. It's L2J, and the ICAO is BAW. Oops, not VBAW, but BAW, British Airways. Okay, and now all I have to do is click on connect. Boom. So we are connected, but it will take a little bit of time for aircraft to be populated. That's if there's any nearby. I am at Heathrow. There we are. So here we are, you can see them, it's populating, it's matching. There's something there, reverse lookup for the Cessna 172, reverse lookup there for A318, matching, and alright, here we go, they're matching, reverse lookup on, what's that, A320, and that's matched now. So those are the aircraft that are nearby. Let's just check on radar. There you go. There's quite a few around me. That's half a mile away. Don't forget I'm at Heathrow, so Heathrow's huge, half a mile away. A mile, there's somebody there, and then there's traffic inbound. There's traffic inbound there as well. Alright, so we do know there are aircraft on the ground close by, so what we need to do is go and have a look and see if they are there. Alright, so let's minimize that. I'll move that over to the other screen out of the way, and then I will go outside and see if we can find these aircraft. All being well, they should be about, all being well, he says. This is when I start to panic, because I can't see anything. Alright, let's go here. Let's show aircraft labels. And once again, Swift has done it. Even though it said it's model matched, it's done it again. And we can't see anything or anybody anywhere. This is crazy. Is there anybody over in Terminal 4? No. This is absolutely bonkers. Last night it was working perfectly. What the hell is going on? Well, there's my aircraft there. And I'm waiting to see if anything's coming in or anything's happening. This is mad. Madness, complete and utter madness. I just don't believe this. Last night it was working perfectly. Right, okay. Models. It's saying that they're there. Enabled, rendered. Now, skipped rendering of those models. Why? Let's load the model set. Okay. It says it's rendered 11 aircraft, but clearly it hasn't. There's nobody here at all. This is where I start to really lose it. Okay, let's try this then. Let's disconnect. Disconnect. Okay, disconnected. Come out of there. Come here. Because I can't believe that, you know. Let's open up the Swift launcher and see if we can fix this. Because I just cannot believe that this is what's wrong. It's just unbelievable. Alright, so clear that set. Create a new set. XP, yes, model, yes. Whoops. Okay. Save model set for Xplane. We have saved it. Active model set for Xplane 1846. Okay. So now, all things being equal, and I just cannot understand what's going wrong here at all. I really can't. And if this doesn't work, that is it. Right, Swift GUI. Let's try again, eh? Connect. No, we can't connect. So damn thing. B738. Yes. Yeah, do it. Yes. Connect. Okay. So let's see it dragging the aircraft. If this doesn't work, I am really just gonna flip my lid. Right, so there we are, aircraft, models. Says it's matching, reverse lookup, matching. There we go, all matching. What's P? Parts. Rendered. It says it skipped the rendering. Why? Rendered aircraft 14. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. No. No. That's incredibly frustrating. Where am I? Okay, let's have a look. We'll do this. X-Swift bus, follow plane view. Oh, no, according to that, there's no aircraft about. There's nobody online. Oh, there's nobody nearby. Or there's all these here, so they are nearby, but I just don't get it at all. Last night it works, tonight it doesn't. There's only one thing I can think of to do, and that is to delete it and reinstall it again and go through the process again. It's the only thing I can think of. Disconnect. Because there should be aircraft there. Alright, so let's try this then. You still here, Ewan? You're watching the struggles of Swifter. It's an unbelievably stupid program. Absolutely unbelievable. So I'm going to do this in the correct fashion, so we get rid of everything. For some reason I did have 2 copies of Swift on there, but that shouldn't make any difference because I'm using that one. Ah, damn it. Okay, and then we'll get rid of this one. Yes, I did, Ewan. I did test at Heathrow last night, and I had traffic everywhere. Unbelievable. And so between last night and this morning, and I haven't had my machine on, I haven't done anything. So, it's just so frustratingly annoying. It's uncanny. Right, so here's a new one. Okay, 1012. Before we do that, let's just check Xplane 11, resources, plugins, and X Swift bus. And I know that that is the correct Swift bus, so there's no point me dithering about and changing that. Okay, so go back, Swift bus. Open with WinRAR. Oh no, that's X Swift bus. Sorry, that's X Swift bus. Let's go to yeah. And Swift, we need that one. So here we go, right from the beginning. All right. I did this is exactly what I did last night following Darren's thing. It was excellent, no problem at all. I really should shut that down. Quit. Okay, Swift setup. All right. Next. I accept. Next. I want it to go to G, which is my drive that I wanted to use it on. Great. Okay. Get rid of prepared because I'm not using that. Leave everything as. Next. Setup is now installing. Next. So we're installing it. Oh my good grief! It's just it is so frustrating, especially when export box you just put it in and it works. So what I'm really run Swift Wizard. Okay, we'll run the Swift Wizard as per. Right. There we go. I agree. Next. Right. Next. Copy model data from other Swift. You can copy your model set or model cache from other Swift versions. XP. Start copy. Right. No other versions is around. Next. Select the version to copy from. Negative. Next. Xplane 11. Custom data CSL. Let's just check that is right. Yeah, custom data CSL, which is an Xplane 11. Cancel. Next. XP. Reload if not already done. Create your model set and save the model set. So create. Yes. And then you've got to save that. Hang on. Save Xplane. Close. Next. I don't need to do this because it's already in. 1012. Next. Activate my push to talk. Finish. Now then, theoretically everything is done. So go to GUI. Oh, we need to open up Xplane. This will take a while. Xplane always takes a while to load up. Right, so let's just check everything through there. Yep, everything seems correct. Models, we're not going to see them. Read VATSIM data. There's 49 ATC bookings. That's the one thing I dislike about this. Even though I have not connected, it is pulling data in from VATSIM. And I haven't connected to the network, so I find that a little bit weird and mysterious. But anyway, we should give it another go. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to go back to Xsquawk Box and leave it there until something new comes out. And there is something coming, which is Xpilot, which has been produced by the people that make vPilot. So we'll resume last flight. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to open up, and then we'll try again. What do you reckon, Ewan? Okay. All things being equal, based on last night's experience, I've just done everything the same. I've reinstalled everything, and it should work. It should damn well work. And if it doesn't, well, I don't know. If it doesn't work, I will just go and book myself into some mental health establishment and sort my mental health out, because it ain't doing my mental health any good whatsoever. This is driving me absolutely potty. Alright, here we go. Reading new scenery files. Shouldn't take too much longer. Of course, one thing about Xplane that some people find frustrating is it does take a while to load up. It depends how much scenery you've got, and like I've got loads of Orbex stuff, so that actually doesn't help. For some reason, I'm dropping frames on the stream, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, you said that, Ewan, didn't you? You said it keeps dropping out. Streamlabs has changed their software, maybe, because they never used to have dropouts. And I'm not running an awful lot on the PC either, so I was rather silly. I shut down. Yeah, it's alright, Ewan, you give it a miss, no problem. There is a lot of farting about when it comes to Swift. Well, we've got to get it right. Got to get it right.
November 180 Bravo Bravo with it. November 180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude? 2,000 feet on 1014 Bravo Bravo. Bravo Bravo, understand you're for 60, so time not about...
Oh, the stream's been okay, has it? Good. Well, I'm just waiting for Xplane to load up. I thought he was going, you came back. Ah, well, not to worry, whatever. This is the joys of flight simulation, or not. In my case, it's really... I'd much rather fly my racing drones at the moment than this. That's how bad it is. I'll be going out this afternoon and doing just that. Meet up with some buddies and we'll fly our racing quads. Although my wife would say that that is a more expensive hobby than this. I don't think so. I'm into this for thousands and thousands of pounds. Have been for quite some time. Alright, come on. So there we are, reinstalled. You don't fly online, Ewan? Well, I fly online all the time, I must admit. Regardless, whether this works or whatever, I always fly online. I very rarely do flights offline. And when I first joined VATSIM a long time ago now, the skies used to be really crowded. Not so much the skies, but air traffic control, ATC. You could guarantee ATC almost anywhere you wanted to fly to. The last few years, because VATSIM have made it more difficult for air traffic controllers to become air traffic controllers, you don't see that many about. I mean, you do on events and stuff like that, don't get me wrong. It's just that VATSIM have made it more complicated. No, Tell a lie. Let's get it right. The reason why you don't see as many controllers about now is there are not that many mentors, because every controller has to go through training, and they go through levels of training. So there's ground, tower, radar, approach, and then C3. C3 means you can control everything. So you've got S1, S2, S3, C1, C3, and you have to have a mentor. And there are not enough mentors for the number of people who want to be controllers, and so it can. When I first started, you could literally go from ground to radar, so that would be from S1 to S3 you could do it within 6 months, because there were lots of mentors, and the system was a little bit easier for people to be able to progress. Now there are not enough mentors, and the system to progress is a little bit harder. But you know, if it's something you want to do, it's great fun controlling. I've got over 5,000 hours controlling. I can't remember the words used Vox ATC, but that helps you with the terminology. Yeah, of course. I mean, what I used, it depends where you live, Ewan. I'm not quite sure where you live, but in the UK and most of Europe, we use CAP 413 for phraseology, and I literally photocopied the whole of chapter 11. No, I think I had the whole of CAP 413 photocopied, and chapter 11 in that was basically radio telephony for IFR traffic, and I just used to have that open, and I would read it verbatim, you know, until I learnt it. You're in Scotland, yeah. So it was relatively easy, because I just had the proper radio telephony manual from CAA, I'm not sure, CAP 413, and I read it, and I had it there all the time. It was my reference, and so that's the way I learnt, as well as using my mentors and everything. And I mean, I'm a C3 rated controller. I don't control as much now, I'll be honest. I can't remember the last time I controlled, and one of the reasons for that is that myself and a couple of other people, we left the UK to open up. We were asked to go and open up West Asia, VATS in West Asia. So we went to VATS in West Asia, and we did up, and we were very successful in actually getting controllers from that region to work in that region. And I think after 3 or 4 years, we decided that we would come back to the UK. Now, when you move to another division, you transfer your kind of membership to that division, yeah, which we did for West Asia, because we eventually we all became staff members. I did my C1 and my C3 validation in that region. Well, actually, I did my C1 in Denmark at Copenhagen, because there were not enough instructors down in West Asia. So I became a C1 controller through Copenhagen in Denmark. And then we wanted to come back to the UK, and they wanted us to do all sorts of things just to be able to control our local airports. It was unbelievable. And we said, well, you know, that is not what the global rating policy says. The GRP, global rating policy, was saying that you could move, once you had a rating, you could go anywhere in the world. But in the UK, if you wanted to come back to the UK, you had to go through everything again. So we said, no, forget it. So I'm actually, for ATC, I'm a member in the USA. I could go to the US and control there. On IVAO, I can control to my level, no problem at all. I just transferred my rating. Right, here we go. Once again, it's saying I'm using an incorrect version of X Swift Bus. I know I'm not. But what I will do, because maybe that might be a problem, we don't know. Let's open this up and go to Xplane 11, Xplane 11, resources, plugins, XSwiftBus, remove that. Yeah. Oh, can't because I'm using Xplane. Understood. Okay. Once again, a lot of faffing about for little kind of return. Oh, God damn it! I'm just about on the edge here now. I'm just about on the edge. I'm going to try and connect anyway in a second, as we are. B738 BAW. Okay, right. And if Xplane will sort itself out, as it's not responding at the moment. Well, I've connected anyway. Connected to the network. We'll look at radar. There is traffic nearby. Only one. Oh, come on. For goodness sake, Xplane. Let's have a look at the aircraft. There's the aircraft. Models. And once again, it's doing now it says it's matching, that they're all matched. Yeah. Livery, Standard British Airways, Air France. Yeah, they are all matched. 748, they're Air France using CSL Object 8. All the rest is using Bluebell. Okay, here we go. Any aircraft that's half a mile away is not showing up. If I was oh my giddy aunt. Okay, that's it. I've lost it. Totally lost it. Goodbye. End of story.